What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Pip. We are back for another prediction video. We're actually going to be recording two back to back, and we're starting right now with NXT Stand and Deliver. We got 7 matches for Stand and Deliver this year. I think it's going to be a really good show. It's on Saturday, at I believe 1 p.m. Eastern time, and a lot of title matches, a lot of things at stake. So it should be a really, really fun show. So let's just hop right in. Let's start with what's currently being listed as the pre show match. Hopefully that gets changed because I think it's actually going to be a really good match. We've got a fatal 4-way tag team elimination match to determine the number one contenders for the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. The winners of this match will face the winners of the tag team title match at WrestleMania next Tuesday on NXT. Um, we have Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson of Metaphor, Fallon Henley and JC Jane of Fatal Influence, Tatum Paxley and Gigi Dolan, and the, I guess, recently reunited Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade. Um, I think this is going to be such a good match that it deserves to be on the main card. Honestly, I don't think it should be a pre-show match. I'm going to take Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade here. I think that we're in a situation where Roxanne, she for whatever reason didn't end up as part of WrestleMania, and she's still with NXT. I think that very much changes during whenever the next draft happens. Um, but for now, she's clearly still in NXT, and we're doing this story with her and Cora again. So I think it makes sense to put the titles, well, I do think it's going to end up putting the titles on them, but I think it makes sense to have them win this match. Not to mention, I don't see Fatal Influence winning, and Metaphor and Tatum and Gigi are doing a lot of stuff over in TNA right now. So I just think that Roxanne and Cora makes the most sense. So I'm going to take Roxanne and Cora, and we will move on to our first match for on the main card in a ladder match for the vacant NXT Women's North American Championship. We have Zarya versus Kalani Jordan versus Sol Ruka versus Izzy Dame versus Lola Vice versus Thea Hale. I think this is going to be such a great match. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Um, I'm really excited to have Thea Hale back. I don't think she wins here. I don't think Kalani wins. Um, and I don't think Izzy Dame wins. So I think that really brings it down to Sol Ruka, Zarya, and Lola Vice. I'm going to take Lola Vice here. I think that they're really trying to push her as their next women's star, like homegrown next women's star. So um, I'm going to take Lola Vice to win, and kind of build her status as the North American champion and build up that mid card. I could see Zarya or Sol Ruka winning, but I think that they're going to get in the way of each other, unintentionally, intentionally, I'm not sure. And that'll start to cause tension between them, maybe even leading to sometime soon the very much expected by many fans Zarya heel turn. So I'm going to take Lola Vice. I don't have a lot of confidence in this because I do think with vacant title matches that are 6 ways and especially mid cards, you could very much go in any direction and people would be okay with it. I would like for a surprise winner like Thea Hale, but I'm going to take Lola Vice. Up next, while we're talking about the North American Championships, we'll talk about how the men's NXT North American Championship is on the line as Ethan Page challenges current champion Ricky Saints. Uh, this is insane. Two former AEW guys competing in a one-on-one title match at the biggest pay-per-view or PLE for NXT of the year. Crazy to think about how different both of their careers were just a year ago. I do think that Ricky Saints probably retains here. It is very fresh, very new. Um, so I'm gonna take Ricky Saints to retain, but I don't think that that's a guarantee by any means, but I think It's one of the, in my opinion, one of the most surefire picks of the night. Probably the second most confident match, in my opinion, is Ricky Saints retaining. While we're talking about confidence, we'll move on to the next match, the match that I am the most confident in the outcome of. We have Tony D'Angelo, Channing Stacks Lorenzo, and Luca Crucifino, which is the D'Angelo family, taking on DarkState. Um, and it could be, we don't know which three it'll be of DarkState. I'm going to take DarkState to win here. DarkState is the new shiny toy for NXT. I don't see any way where the D'Angelo family comes out of this. Probably some tension between Tony D and Stacks. We'll see what happens. Maybe even somebody turning in the D'Angelo family, Stacks, or a very surprising Luca turn would be crazy. And maybe even joining DarkState. I'm not sure. But I don't think the D'Angelo family wins here. I think DarkState needs it more, and I think they'll get it. Now, we have 3 more matches to talk about. Let's talk about the NXT Tag Team title match between current champions Fraxium, Nathan Frazier and Axiom, and the new number 1 contenders after running the gauntlet, Hank Walker and Tank Ledger. This is hard for me to pick because everything in your brain should always say bet on Fraxium. They have had the NXT tag team division on lock for the last year. I mean, just completely locked down. But that has to end eventually. And they're clearly doing this big push for Hank and Tank. I will say, I think whoever loses here, we end up with some crazy like turn moment where like if Hank and Tank turn, then Hank turns on, or if Hank and Tank lose, Hank turns on Tank. If Fraxium loses, one of them turns on the other. I think we're leading towards something like that. So God, I don't feel good about it, but I'm gonna take the upset and have Hank and Tank walk out as your new tag team champions. This is the ultimate opportunity to do a reset on the entire NXT landscape. And what better way to do that than with an upset in the most lockdown division in all of WWE right now. Speaking of crazy divisions, though, up next we have a fatal 4-way for the NXT Women's Championship, where current champion Stephanie Vaquer defends against former champion Julia, as well as Jordan Grace and Jada Parker. I could honestly see any 4 of these women walking out as champion. This is what's so exciting about the women's division in NXT is it is so good that you could have a match like this and not have a guarantee on who you think wins, which is crazy to think about. I am going to take Stephanie Vaquer to retain. Yeah, I'm going to take Stephanie Vaquer to retain. She just picked up the title, and then dropped the NXT North American Championship, the Women's North American Championship. She'd look foolish if she ended up losing this. I think Jordan Grace and Jada Parker probably get in each other's way. And then Julia gets caught. I'm not sure. This is a tough one, but I'm going to take Stephanie Vaquer to retain, mainly because of my prediction for the last match, and I don't want too many title changes. Spoiler alert. So let's bring it to what I would think will be the main event of the night, where the NXT Championship is on the line in a triple threat match between Trick Williams, Javon Evans, and current champion, the Ruler, Oba Femi. I'm taking Trick Williams. I thought for a long time that Javon Evans would be the person to end Oba's title reign eventually, but I really, really, really think that Trick Williams is the leader of DarkState. I really do. I don't know why, but I really do. And because of that, I think that DarkState comes out and helps him win. He is clearly turning heel. He has been eking towards it ever so slightly, and I think now's the time to pull the trigger and give him a nice faction, give him a good heel run in NXT before he gets brought to the main roster, so to speak. So I'm going to take Trick Williams to become your new NXT champion to round out Stand and Deliver. And that is going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much. Please check out our WrestleMania predictions. We'll be going live at the same time as this video. So you can find the link to that in the description of this video. And let me know what you guys think for Stand and Deliver. Let me know on the other video what you think for WrestleMania. And with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I'm Pip. Y'all the greatest. And when in doubt, we'll see you next time. See ya!